In Dhyan ashram, we have more than 30 gaushalas and all over India, where we pick up animals from the streets which are injured, and we have doctors where we look after them. Plus, we rescue animals from butchers who are taken for illegal slaughter. Like, as you know, killing of cows is illegal in this country. So, what's illegal? We and Dhyan ashram make a specific effort on that it should not happen, and we shall not allow it to happen also. So, what we do is that we save them from butchers, and we fight the cases against butchers and save these cows. Secondly, we have dog shelters nearly all over India, and also we have monkey feeding points at the main spots where there are monkeys, and we are fighting for monkey rights where they are going to be exterminated. We are requesting the government not to do it, and this is all we are doing on the front of the animals. Then on the front of the human beings, we have regular langars all over India where we feed poor people. We have schools called Dhyan Ashram, Anand Vidyalayas, where we teach the students as per the Guru Shishya Parampara. We train them in the yogic sciences, and we train them into the culture of what is India. The religion is not a bar here to be a part of these schools. You can be of any religion, just that you have to understand that you are a human being and be prepared to follow that philosophy. And internationally, we have around 100 centers where we teach the actual essence of yoga, which is Sanathankriya. The essence of yoga, I mean to say, is this: what? The reality of yoga. But yoga is real, because what you normally learn is unreal, like jumping and dancing and breathing like animals. That's not yoga. What is real yoga? We bring you to that, taking you from unreality to reality. That is tamsama jyotirgamaya. So this is what Dyan Foundation is all about. And of course, you're welcome to request us to do yagyas in your homes. We do it free of cost. Yagyas, as you know, is a direct interaction between gods and you. You see, what Bhagavad Gita is very clear about it, that attachment, that whatever you do in this world with attachment has happened because of your desires. You desire something and you are living in an unreal world where you think that desire of yours is real, but it's actually unreal. So that attachment becomes a cause of rebirth, because like you cannot create or destroy energy. Even science says that energy only changes form. So you can't say the body is going to get destructed, or the karmas that you have done are going to get destructed. Neither the body is going to get destructed, nor the karmas are going to get destructed. The body is also going to carry forward, the karma is also going to carry forward. So if you have given pain, Gita is very explicit in this. If you have given pain, you will get pain. If you have given pleasure, you will get pleasure. So, Nishkam Karam is the essence of Bhagavad Gita. Do your karma without attachment to the karma. Not that you are doing it, but Krishna is doing that. That is Bhagavad Gita. But the interesting thing is this, that if you read up any edition of Bhagavad Gita, what you will find is the author writes his name in the end. Translated by so and so person. That is not Bhagavad Gita. It is the same thing as what I just spoke about, that yoga is not jumping and dancing around like monkeys. So unfortunately, it's very unfortunate for this country that yoga is being presented in a very wrong way. Like our Prime Minister also has made a very categorical statements on this. Yoga is not to do with commerce or maya about business. A yogi is not bound by all this. So we have been speaking the same line on the same lines for a lot of years now, that free yourself. Yoga is freedom. It is not bondage. The Bhagavad Gita says that the day you free yourself of desire, even the desire of being known, I should be known, my name should be known. The day you free yourself of that desire and you do the karma just for the sake of karma, for the attainment of Krishna, the day you do that, that day you are doing Nishkam Karam, and that day you will be entitled to go to Vishnu Dham, or to go beyond this body. Before that, you go on doing whatever upayas you want to do, go on trying whatever you want to. I can assure you with certainty, nothing will work. You see, when you talk about disease, any disease, a disease is a manifestation of your karma. You have done something which is not good, so now you have to balance it out. How do you balance out? You have to pay for it, because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Science also says that, our Vedas also say that. What you unleash in creation, whatever karma you unleash in creation comes back to you manifold. So if you have given pain to any animal, or if you have given pain to any human being, any kind of pain, you are entitled for that pain. And that pain is going to come back to you, and nobody can change that. No guru can change that. No God can change that. No temple can change that. Nobody can change that. What is in your karma is going to come to you. So don't be foolish. Don't be a fool thinking that you will fool the divine. You cannot fool the divine. Even if you wear saffron, still you can't fool the divine, because the divine can see through the saffron also. So understand, karma is the basis of every philosophy. Even like a simple disease like asthma which you are talking about, mostly it is genetic in today's date. It is also because of your karma. So if you want to rectify any disease, understand Ayurveda and Yoga do not talk about disease. They talk about Prakriti and Vikriti, balance and imbalance. So you have created an imbalance in creation because of your actions. That imbalance is going to be created in your life also. So do something good for somebody. Get out of your house. See an injured dog on the road, pick him up, take him to the hospital. A cow, poor cow which is being dragged to the butchers, save that cow. A hungry man going outside your house, feed that hungry man. Do something good. Asthma or any other disease will not enter your house. This is the only upaya which a guru can suggest. Of course, the businessmen around can give you so many other upayas, but I don't subscribe to that theory at all. I believe in the Gita. You see, you are supposed to be a realized soul, because that's why you took birth. You took birth because you wanted to go through certain experiences. That's why you took birth. There's no other purpose of birth. The purpose of birth is not attachment. Like we are staying here, so we don't own this hotel. We're thinking that we now own the hotel because we are living here. No. We are going to be here, allowed here, only till we have paid for it, for our karmas. After that, we will be shown the door. So it is as simple as that. You are supposed to be a realized soul. You are not supposed to be attached to anything. Sanathankriya is a very effective tool which just makes you realize the reality. Nothing else. Sanathankriya just makes you realize the reality by bringing you into a state of balance, by giving you divine visions and divine interactions, which not because of somebody else's experience. Sanathankriya is not about somebody else's experience or somebody telling you this will happen, that will happen to you. It's about your own experience. If you do it the right way, the way it is taught, the way it is told, your own experience is going to happen. And you will yourself know what are gods and what are goddesses and what is happening around you, what are the secrets behind this creation. So it's about your own journey. We call it in Sanathankriya the journey of the spirit and the journey of your spirit. You see, when you talk about yoga, you can give a speech, but the person who is listening to the speech also has to be able to relate to it. Unless a person can relate to it, it will make no sense. So if to a younger crowd you have to explain what is yoga, you have to practically come down to their level. The younger crowd understands only two kind of things. This is all the younger people who are listening. Younger crowd and the parents, younger crowd understands only two kind of things. No third thing they understand. First thing that they understand is that go party, get drunk, go high on drugs, enjoy life. Those kind of younger crowds, we prefer that they change today, because they will not be able to have an interaction with me otherwise. The other group of younger crowd is who want to look like young people, not just in age, but with the physical looks also. The younger crowd has to have that kind of look and appearance, that kind of strength inside the body, which a young man or a young woman is supposed to be having and delivering also. So if you look at the younger crowd of Dhyan ashram, you'll find that each of them would be having a definite specific glow in them and a phenomenal amount of strength inside their bodies. So at Dhyan ashram, what we do is we relate to them at their level. Of course, the VMA with the Vedic martial arts, which Dhyanashram teaches all over. It's easy to make a connect with the younger crowd, both boys and girls, and then we are able to introduce them to the concepts of yoga through this. Again by practical experience, because in Dhyanashram, we do not believe in the concept of theory. This is theoretical. Oh, it will happen and that will happen, give big lectures, in the end have a big party where you call drummers from Africa and make them dance and sing just to keep them attracted. We don't do that. That's unreal. That is going to go. That is going to take away their youth from them. We bring them into reality, what youth is all about. That is what Dhyanashram is all about, reality. Okay, you see, when you talk about being conscious about the society that you are living in and work towards the upliftment of the society, that is because there is a big flaw in your bringing up. Big flaw. If you look at the Vedic principles, even during times of war, the warriors used to fight, but after sunset there used to be no killing. Even they never used to leave an arrow also from their bows if they knew the sun will set before the arrow strikes the target. They were so scared that they wanted to follow the rules and regulations, and socially they were conscious. So much conscious they were about creation. When yajnas were done in the earlier Vedic times, only as big as your finger, one finger, big wood used to be used. Not huge phenomenal amount of woods. Cow dung cakes were used because the cow was supposed to be a direct interaction with the gods and goddesses. It is supposed to be a divine animal. So its dung was used as an interaction between the gods and goddesses. That's how serious the concept of the cow is. And socially conscious. The people were socially conscious that they never used to pollute or dirty the environment. It was not allowed at all to create garbage outside. Our Vedic system of sanitation, if you look at the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro sites, you will be surprised that the drains are well laid out, they are well planned. The sanitary system is well laid out, it's well planned. It is not unplanned. Unfortunately, we were invaded by barbarians, various kind of barbarians, and those invasions caused us to believe that those barbarians are more powerful than us. Though why those attacks happened and why we could not hold them back was because of our own traitors. If you look at all the wars in history, all means all. Everywhere, the traitors have played a very, very major role because of their greed. They played a very major role. So, socially to be conscious, you have to understand, you have to respect your country, you have to love your country. You have to very proudly say Vande Mataram. You cannot, living in this country, say I am not going to recite, I am not going to say Vande Mataram, because that is not allowed. You are born from here, you are born in this soil, you are going to be living, you are deriving your food from this soil. You can't insult this country, that is not going to be tolerated or allowed at all. You can't do that. So, the consciousness has to be not of religion, the consciousness has to be of society. Whether you are Hindus, you are Muslims, or you are Christians, or you are Sikhs, or whatever religion you follow, the consciousness has to be of the entire society, India as a whole. The problem is that we forget this, that we are Indians first. We become Hindus or Muslims or Christians first. That has to be changed. The British philosophy of divide and rule, which was embedded as a seed in this country's soil, has to be now done away with. We have to live as Indians, one Indian society has to be there, and we have to consciously evolve. All of us have to evolve together. No religion says that pollute the environment around you. No religion says don't worry about the weak and downtrodden. All religions across the board talk about the upliftment of the entire society and social consciousness. The social consciousness has to be evolved as Indians. You see, for the new generation, I would advise you all that you must read up your culture. There is no such thing as a new discovery or a new scientific fact which has come from abroad to us. If I'll just pick up all the scientific discoveries in today's date, you will be surprised that their seeds and roots right here. Example, Archimedes' principle. The volume displayed by a liquid when a solid is immersed is equal to the volume of the solid is already given in the Kannada Sutras 2,500 years back by Kannada Rishi. That's how rich our culture is. Number two, rhinoplasty, or what you call plastic surgery, or the nose replacement surgery, or the concept of surgery. In 1806, there is a publication in England, the Gentleman's Journal. You look up that edition, two British gentlemen had come to India and they have completely studied Shushruta, our physician, our surgeon, who gave the concept of surgery. And they published that this is what Shushruta used to do again 2000 years back. So surgery also starts from here. You look at martial arts, Bodhidharma, from here only, from South India. He went to China. He trained 13 monks, only 13 monks. And those 13 monks could ward off a whole army. And now they have again changed it into various kind of styles, like drunken style, dog style, cat style. So whatever styles they might innovate now. But Bodhidharma's statute is very much there today in Shaolin temple also, what I've heard. They pay respect to him because martial arts also went from here. You talk about theory of magnetism, the distance between the earth and the sun, all calculated. And somebody, one of the modern, I would say, astronomers, Carl Sagan, he very clearly said that the Vedic cosmology matches minute by minute to what the modern astronomy talks about, minute by minute. So the science of complete astronomy, all the stars, the planetary constitutions, all here. Mathematics. We gave to the world Shunya. We said Shunya is complete essence of creation. The world called it zero, nothing. So nobody can understand. The youth has to understand that all the concepts have gone right from here. When the first atomic bomb was exploded, Oppenheimer, who was the scientist who did it, he was interviewed by the media. He was asked, very clearly he was asked, is this the first atomic explosion? He said yes, but in the modern times. If you look up at the bones which have been found of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, there was an atomic explosion. The radiation levels are still there to prove that they had died because of an atomic explosion. And if you read the Mahabharata, the entire atomic bomb explosion has been described. The way the mushroom cloud, the way it is formed, the effect it has after hundreds of years after that in the environment, the Mahabharata very clearly describes that. So your culture is not a shallow culture. Now today's date, the Westerners have given us colon hydrotherapy. It keeps your colon clean. In the yogic Shatkarmas, it's already there, Basti. Same principle, the same concept, it's already there. So I can go on for hours and hours about the science and the Vedas. What yoga actually is all about. It's about the pure science of consciousness. You pick up any aspect, you pick up physics, you pick up geometry, you take Pythagoras theorem, something as simple as Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem is already there in Shatpat Brahman, described 3,500 years back. So after 3,000 years, now they are telling us the same thing that we have discovered, is we've got the Nobel Prize. All over the world they are doing it. All over the world they are doing it. So it's okay, because we never believe in the concept that this is ours. We believe it is Vasudeva Kutumbakam. The entire world is one. So it doesn't matter who has discovered what and put it where. But it's unfair on those rishis who gave the science. And our youth is not being introduced to those science. That is the unfortunate thing. That is making them undermine the principles of the Vedas. So please understand what are the Vedas. The youth should get awakened to it. You should be given this education. If you come to Dhyan ashram, we make a specific attempt to teach you what the Vedas are, what is the science in the Vedas. No, but I think on the 21st is the World Yoga Day. This is the first Prime Minister which has initiated this. And he very openly on the speech, when he talks, last 2-3 yoga days, he's been very categorically speaking what the real science is. Okay, what we must understand is that initiating this at an international level, initiating something like this at an international level, that has been done, that has been unleashed. Now we don't expect the Prime Minister every day to go to every yoga school. He's got other things to do, he's got important things to do. We don't expect him to go to every yoga school every day and start every day giving a speech on this. You see, if you look at them, what he's doing, look at the glow on his face. And just look at him. You'll see a shine and a glow. Though I'm not a BJP follower, please don't equate me to any political group. I don't endorse any political group. Politics I keep away from what we are all about. But it's just that, and you look at his face, there's a glow. And he's the one who's initiated cow protection. And all those laws which are coming out, the Vedas very clearly says what a cow is all about. It's about the protector. It gives you all the bounties that you want. Anything you want, the cow will give you. It's not about milk. So all these, reviving of the Vedas, introducing the Gurukul system in the schools, that this should be Nana compulsory education of the Vedas. You say, I gave so much science in the Vedas. Who knows about this? Did the youth ever knew about this? So this is what they are trying to do. This is what they are trying to do. What they are good at, what they are doing good, you have to give them marks for that. But politically, I don't know. I have no opinions because I am not a political person. I stay away from politics completely. But where you see that the Vedas are being revived, it does touch my sentiment somewhere inside, because somebody is doing that.